Hi, my name is Hilda Zilken, and I'm the author of Blue Mountain Mist. I'm doing another entry today. This is our promo page. We have 900 videos in total, in which only 300 are online. It's to illustrate C3 and some of the events that went on over the years. Now, most people who are following know that this zone is called the Zone of HANAAN. HANAAN is very, very interesting because we had a conflict, very, very lethal, and that zone was done to protect civilians. To date, I have paid my bills faithfully. I don't have any debt, but it's so damn frustrating because you'll send Rogers a message, for example. All the providers are like that, and they'll up your bill. So I have, let's say I'm supposed to be getting a $20 bill, I'll get a $1,000 bill. On top of that, we have the actors who were hired by the richest who have set up some type of order, and they beef these people up. So, for example, Jamaica has its order, every country has its order, and they beef these people up to crush everything using intelligence. So they have separated intelligence to give it to order. So we have people who are civilian, who are just very, very wealthy inside every country's intelligence agencies. So right now I'm being monitored heavily. The reason is I'm actually the legal owner. So I'm worth about 40 billion easily. Remember, I did Uber, I did TikTok, I did Kanata Means Wings, I did Jerusalem's etymology and all of that. Immediately, what they did was they shipped it overseas and they pretended it was competitive. So they got like Coke and Pepsi to fight. And let's say brand Fanta is out of it. And Prophet Hanna is brand Fanta. So they want to, for forgiveness, bring it out 100 years from now. We don't want these types of game playing for a different reason. It's Canada's name. It's Canada's history. So what did they do? They came into Canada and jacked Canada. These individuals are not problematic. We don't have enough resources to go around. And, my Iraq 2003 work is very, very important. It studies war to ethics to land to management. So it's like right now, they're all confused because, they pitted so many people against each other and they're too busy screaming. So yesterday I spoke to Securities and they said, Hannah, we kind of want it the way the Greeks made it, where they're funneling everything to India and they're to protect culture, they're gonna make everybody one. Now you can only imagine Hannah's face. Hannah is completely against the Greeks right now for several reasons. Variety of earth sustains life. At the get-go, we want to nip the people that are causing so much terror on earth. And their militia. Remember, order was given, militia now. We want to nip these people and restart the planet in a better way. Right at the get-go. Because entertainment is one thing, terror is another. Medical is one thing, and the armies are another. It's for the men in lockdown too. Innocent victims. So it reminded me of how many times I went to court and saw a black man crying because, he got duped. And he's taken it to small claims court and he just lost his house after he gave all his contracting money. They do this all the time. So first they screw up your credit, then they jack up your bills. Your bill, you're supposed to only get a $30 bill, you get a $254. And at least these ones are not that bad that Hannah can pay it. The other ones, when she was at a food bank, were coming in at 2,000, and she would spend hours on the phone with Rogers screaming bloody murder, and Rogers would hang up and the bill's still there. Because the minute someone creates a Google, a Napster, an Amazon, their order comes in, which makes up intelligence. We don't want to live like that. We don't have resources. If we don't have resources, we don't have resources for all. But they don't want that. They want that triangle. But I have a lot of ideas in proposal format, because you know what? Only once in every 2,000 years does someone like me come. But they can always go back to their old way of abusing the hell out of people, because it's their arrogance. And then I'm looking at Squid Games. Did Homeboy just fling Chinese off a bridge? Couldn't believe it. And these are based off true stories. You know, you have debt. I don't think you're Mr. Lee. I think you're someone posing as Mr. Lee. But it could be Mr. Lee too. So, you know, it's that one concept. Now, that dumbification project has existed over the last 100 years. Most people who don't know, in World War I and World War II, including the Holocaust, where did the Ottomans go? Poof! If there was 98 million people who died combined in World War I and World War II, at least 90% or 95% were some type of Turkic people. Because remember, it's a dominant language. When you think of Turkic, don't think of Turkish. Turkic is native. Turkish is the Republic's new linguistics. So Hannah has to deal with 1 billion people in Canada, foreign, who just like drive around her, and they're frantic because all their operations are going to sink of the dumbification. They don't realize that project has been in place over the course of 100 years. When does it stop? So Hannah then messaged the College of Physicians. Can you, like, you know, since somehow my legs got made into drumsticks, can you at least pay this bill? You know, I am paying all of Ontario with the money I generated via the Orthodox Jews, which they just arbitrarily do whatever they please. But is it the Orthodox Jews? It actually might be the Greeks. If it's not the Greeks, it might be the Kurds or the Turks. See how ugly this war is, and it's hidden. You wake up one day, you have cancer. You wake up another day, your child has died because of a floating device, and you don't even know it's an aneurysm. And then we have doctors pit fighting each other. Do you want to really live like that? So Hannah's looking at the men. You know, I asked permission, you know. It's a respect thing. They don't care. I'm the Fanta as Coke and Pepsi fight. So please support with a sale on balboapress.com under the name Yildiz Ilkin. Thank you and have a good day.